There's a lot going on in my life right now, so I need to do a video. Hey there, and welcome to Costa Rica Story, and if this is your first time here, my name is Ed. I make videos about Costa Rica, my life here in Costa Rica. If you're a regular, part of the Good Vibe Tribe, my name still is Ed, and well, you know what I do. So it's a beautiful, beautiful Sunday morning here in Bahia, and I'm at the beach, as you can probably hear. Hopefully you can hear me over the beach. It was just about high tide when I got here. I had to wait for the tide to go back a little bit just so I could have a little space here on the beach. Because at high tide, you kind of lose some beach frontage here. So there's a lot going on in my life, a lot good, a lot bad. There's just a lot of action going on, which I like. I don't like boring. That's why I moved to Costa Rica. I didn't like boring. My life in the States was boring. My life here, it's not boring. That's not to say you can move here and not have a boring life. Yeah, if you're a boring person, you're probably going to have a boring life. But Costa Rica gives you opportunities for excitement, I guess. So I have a whole list of stuff I want to get on, some topics. I've been working hard. The last 3-4 months, I've worked the hardest I've ever worked in my life, and I've made the littlest amount of money that I've made in my life. But it's for things that are for the future, for future income. And I'm going to throw my quote from Marcus Aurelius out here again: "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes in the way." So, you know, I'm seriously under pressure financially. So this is making me do creative things. It's making me do brave things. It's making me get out of my comfort zone. It's making me more productive. And I'm not getting much sleep lately. I don't normally get a lot of sleep, but as soon as I wake up, I'm ready to go. You know, I hit the gym and I come back home, and if I'm editing that day, I do some editing. But I want to get you caught up on some of the things that are going on. I just want to say, the car rental page is great. The car rental page I'm super excited about. This might be the thing that pulls my butt out of the financial fire. So if you're going to rent a car in Costa Rica, just go to my car rental page. I've got a great frequently asked questions thing there, and there's just a lot of information because people are so confused about renting a car in Costa Rica. I used to be too. Even after I've rented cars many times, I still was confused. I want to demystify that a little bit and go to the frequently asked questions on my car rental page, check those out, and then you can make an informed decision when you're booking your car. So I did a video last week with my friend Elvis from Alamo Rent-A-Car, and that was a blast. And what we're going to do is we're going to have you vote on what our next car will be. We're going to do another adventure out with one of the rental cars, and he said we could pick any car that we want, so it's up to you. I'm going to set up a poll where you can vote on what car, and the winner of that will be the car that we choose for the rental car. So you've got some interactiveness here. You're involved. It was a Ford Everest. That's the car that we were testing before. But it's up to you to vote on the next car, and the link will be down below in the description. And I need to say this: there's going to be a lot of stuff down in the description because I'm going to be talking about a lot of different things here. Of course, you can book your tours with me from my website at uvita.com. And things are picking up here. The high season is impending. It's upon us. I can see already in Uvita that things are picking up. I see more people in town with backpacks and more strange, lost-looking people walking on the streets, which is kind of fun. I remember when I was one of those lost people walking around and looking to the left and looking to the right and wondering, where am I? So it's been an extremely eventful and negative week. As I said, there's been some negative things. There's been some positive things. But, my Costa Rican friends always enforce this in me, that, yeah, you get bad things happening and you get good things happening, but the reality is the bad things are a smaller percentage of your life than the good things. So you need to focus on the good things. And it sounds like a cliche, but it's something that you need to practice. It's something that when you put it into practice, it just becomes part of your normal life. And I talk to my friends when I'm down. If something bad happens, I have great friends. I have friends I'll reach out to, and you know, they'll kind of sympathize with me. You know, a lot of times when you're talking with somebody, you're not looking for an answer. You're just looking for somebody to, you know, to listen to your problems. Not like you're complaining, but you're like explaining your situation. So I've got really great friends like that. So you guys know who you are. Hopefully you're watching the video, but thank you guys for that. I also had another friend. I was like really bummed out. I forgot what day it was, but I was bummed out, and I just got a text with this really stupid video, and I haven't heard from this guy in a long time. He sent me a video, and it's like, if you're sad, you know, it's in Spanish because he's a Tico. He goes, if you're sad, you know, listen to this video, and it's got these guys going hee 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 ha ha ha. It was a really stupid video, but I mean, I couldn't help but laugh. And they say physically, if you laugh, even if it's generated by anything, that any laugh can put you in a better mood. So my friends help me when I'm in a funk. I've got my friends, and I'm not very often in a funk, but last week was a little rough, but it was also very good. I mean, a lot of great things happened last week too, because I've had some breakthroughs in what I can do with my web design, and I've got my website at uvitaday.com. I can now take payments. I can also take reservations with a calendar, and it was not easy. There was a steep learning curve for me. Maybe for some people it's easy. I'm not an experienced web designer. I've done a lot of web design, but I'm becoming a web designer. Maybe that could be my next income stream. So yes, as I mentioned, I can take reservations. So what I've got now, I've got Black Friday deals on uvitaday.com for the Uvita Day Adventure, and for booking consultations. And it's very easy to book now. It used to be not very straightforward on how to do it. I'm making it very obvious how to do that. You can also buy gift cards for Costa Rica Story at uvitaday.com. You'll be able to see that there. And another thing, there's going to be a secret code. I'm not going to give it to you to the end of this video. How's that for a hook? I'm going to give you a discount code. The prices are already low for the Black Friday deals, but I'm going to give you an additional code at the end of this video that you'll enter, and it'll give you an additional 10% off the Uvita Day Adventure, the three different Uvita Day Adventure variations we have here. And don't forget, you can also buy a Costa Rica Story gift card, which can be used for any of my services. You can use it for relocation services, use it for the Uvita Day Adventure, use it for consultations. I'm really stoked about that. As a surfer say, I'm super stoked, dude. I'm super stoked. So the apartment that I'm managing, there's information about that on my blog. My blog is CostaRicaStory.com, and I've revamped that. That thing is great now. I've done so much with that, but I'm going to put the link to the apartment down in the description. So it's at CostaRicaStory.com, but it'll be down there below in the description. And you know, I've not advertised this apartment yet on Facebook because we weren't 100% ready. We still were trying to get the refrigerator in, and sometimes these things don't go as fast. I think they've got the refrigerator, but before you rent it, the refrigerator will be there. No, they have a refrigerator, they just don't have it moved into the apartment yet. They have it on the property. So that was yesterday. By today that might be different. So yeah, go to my blog, and I've got another great thing that I've learned, kind of like a web developer, but kind of like a graphics guy. I've learned how to make interactive 360s on my blog at CostaRicaStory.com. And I want you to go to CostaRicaStory.com, check it out, and share. I made it easy to share. There's share buttons on all the posts there, because I've got polls there. I've got some Costa Rica quizzes. I'm going to do more of those. And if you'd like me to add things to make my blog more fun, just let me know. So the way the way I'm looking at it, CostaRicaStory.com is a blog, but it's also more than a blog. It does a lot of things. And UvitaDay.com is my website where I do most of my promotion for Uvita Day Adventure, of course, because hence the name. All right, so yeah, I've been working like crazy with that. I'm working crazy on both of my websites, the blog and UvitaDay.com. So ways you can help is sharing. Sharing is a huge thing. I mean, watching my videos is great. You can boost my watch time the more videos you watch, and share my videos and tell your friends to watch the videos. But the blog is really great. The blog is very searchable. It's a lot of fun. So check that out at CostaRicaStory.com. But a lot of people told me, hey, you need to set up a Buy Me a Coffee account. And a Buy Me a Coffee is a way that YouTubers are reaching out to their viewers, and the viewers can buy them a coffee, which is basically give them a contribution anywhere from $10 to $999. So I now have a Buy Me a Coffee account, and if you want to buy me a coffee, that's linked down below in the description. Also, I set up a special section. I got buy me coffee, different kinds, but I also have, you can sponsor my gym membership, because the gym is so important to me. The gym is how I keep my sanity, and I'm not really able to afford it at this juncture. I may have to give it up for a little while, but the gym, I don't go to the gym to be strong, to get muscles. I just go because it's what I do, and when I come back from the gym, I just feel so good. And I was talking to somebody else at the gym, and they were saying, oh yeah, it's kind of a pain to get up to go to the gym, but it's great. But I get up half the time, more than half the time. I wake up before my alarm at 4 a.m. I just go to the gym. I wake up at 3:30. I can't go to the gym. It doesn't open until 5. So I have a whole routine that I do. I usually wake up at 4, and I have my coffee, and I get ready for the gym, and I'm out the door, and I hit the gym. I get to the gym just at 5 when they open. So I don't look at it like, oh, I have to go to the gym. I look at it like, oh, I get to go to the gym. All right, here's another thing. So people often ask me, can they bring me some vodka or whiskey? I don't know why people think that I'm a big liquor drinker, but I guess it's a guy thing. I got nothing against liquor, but if you're gonna bring me anything, I would say bring me some protein powder, bring me some creatine, bring me some supplements. And I'll put a link to my Amazon page, my wish list Amazon page down below in the description. As I mentioned before, that description is going to be full of a lot of cool stuff. So yeah, somebody posted or sent me a message actually, and telling me that my positive attitude inspired them. And as I mentioned before, I have a very positive attitude, and I wasn't always like that. Since I've moved to Costa Rica, I have a more positive attitude, and I attribute that to, I put the time into self-evaluation, but more than that, it's the people that you hang around with. Your vibe attracts your tribe. You are the collection of who you surround yourself with is who you become. So I've got really great friends, and I'm really careful about who I spend time with. I don't spend time with people that are negative or have bad vibes, or they don't have the same values as I do. You encounter people like that, but you don't spend time with them. You don't open up to them. You have to be aware of that kind of thing. Yeah. So last Thursday I had a really bad day, so that everyone admires my positivity. But Thursday I woke up sick. I couldn't go to the gym, and it was only a day sickness. I don't know if it was because of stress, or it might have been a bug, but I had some stomach issues. I'm not going to go into the gory details of that. But I was super bummed out. I was thinking about my situation and how hard it is, but I still worked. I was still working at the computer doing some editing, But you know, every once in a while I'd stop and get off the computer, and then I would think, I would just like get really kind of depressed. And I don't get very depressed very often. But I was glad when I woke up the next day and I was through that. I wasn't sick anymore. I was just a little sick. I wasn't really sick anymore, and I had my positive attitude. When I wake up, a lot of times I wake up before the alarm, and I would like to go back to sleep, but my mind is saying, come on, we got to go. We got things to do. We got things to do. We got things to do. I'm like, all right, we'll go. You know, like this morning, for example, it's Sunday. It's Sunday, I don't have to go to the gym, but my mind says, hey, it's 3:30, let's get up. I got an idea. We'll go to the beach and we'll do a video. So here we are at the beach, because blame it on my mind. My mind's fault. Anyway, we all go through negative times, and then we develop ways, we develop networks of friends, we develop our own mindsets to overcome all that crap. So in summary, I need your help. I need you to watch my videos. I need you to book your tours with me. I really need you to book your cars through me, because I know you're all coming to Costa Rica. You need a car. So book your car through me at uvitaday.com, and the links are going to be down below in the description. Share my videos. Check out the blog at costaricastory.com. It's a lot of fun, and we'll have a voting poll for what kind of car we're going to drive next with the rental cars. And then this next one, we'll check the car out more. I think that would be fun, more just like to check some of the details of the car before we head off on a trip. And you know, your involvement will make it more interesting for you. You know, you play a part in that video. I'm not sure when we're going to be doing that, but I'll have the poll link down below in the description. And now the part you've all been waiting for, the secret code for another 10% off on the services at Costa Rica store at uvitaday.com. So when you go to uvitaday.com and you go to the specials, you'll see some good prices on the Uvita Day adventure, really cheaper than it's been. But if you add this, can you read that? If you can't read it, it's Monocongo 2026. That's Monocongo 2026. And you can enter that in and get 10% off your Uvita Day adventure, part of my Black Friday special. And here they call it like Black November, and it's the reason Black Friday exists. You probably already know this, but Black Friday was the time when most businesses get back into the black. They get profitable. You know, all year, you know, they're working, and finally by November, they start making money. You know, it takes that long. So it's very fitting, because I need to make money. If you've been enjoying the videos here and you would like me to continue making videos here, you'd like to keep seeing my pretty face here, you can buy me a cup of coffee, or you can go and help me out at uvitaday.com. There's a lot of, I'm trying to have as many different avenues for you to help me out here as possible. I'm even looking at a Patreon account, but I haven't really got into that yet. But no, any of your help that you can give, I would appreciate it. This month has been the impending bills are the toughest time I've had here in Costa Rica financially. But at the same time, I've got so many promising things going on that I know if I get through this little bump here, that things are going to go really well. I mean, I was saying before that the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. So this financial stress has made me, like, I call them reach outs, where you go out and you talk to people. I'm going to be doing a video this week or next week with a friend of mine from the gym. He's a real estate agent. For months I've been saying I should do a video with him. And last Friday at the gym, I was like, hey man, I'd like to do a video together, because the guy's super cool, super high integrity, great real estate agent, and I can't wait to do that video. But I think I've gone over my allotted time here at Costa Rica Story, and I'm not even going to throw the Uvita Day adventure promotion at the end. I'm not going to I'm going to try to make a new Uvita Day promotion eventually, but right now, That's all we got. So what did I used to always, I can't even remember how to say it now. That's all I've got for this edition of Costa Rica Story. Make sure you like if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to. But most importantly, share this video with all your friends. Hasta luego.